Hey guys, I'm in Yellowknife right now, and this generous trapper here, Devon, he owns a adventure tourism business, and he's also a trapper. And today he's going to be pulling some lynx traps, and he invited me along to take some videos and show what life is like trapping in Yellowknife. So thank you very much, Devon.
Of course.
He's also a customer of Yukon Expedition Sleds, so we get to see some Yukon sleds in action and see how they work up here in Yellowknife. So stay tuned. Okay guys, before we get started, Devon invited me up into his skinning room where he's going to show me some of the animals he's already trapped, and he's going to just he's invited me in here to show all you guys what he does. Okay, what do you got here?
This is a couple of wolves. I didn't actually shoot these ones. Someone else shot them and brought them in. They were bothering fishnet, so I'm skinning these up. My wife actually gives me a great hand in fleshing them, and I'll show you the living room where I hang all the furs on over here. Here's some Wolverines and wolves, marten.
Wow.
And if you look behind you, there's some lynx here, which we're looking to get today.
Those are nice big lynx. Wow. Okay, and do you sell these, or do these go to the market, or?
Some of them will go to the market. These are actually, so my wife processed all these ones, so she's going to be selling them through her fur business.
Okay, and what's her fur business?
It's just her personal fur business.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you see something on that wall you like, send me a message and I'll get you in contact with her.
Cool.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Screw all fueled up. The other 900 Renegade Yukon sleds. And we fill them with some fur.
Best sleigh around.
So why do you prefer that type of rope?
This rope?
Yeah.
This is what I use to tie down my canoes when I'm hauling them. But to be honest, it's what I had laying around, and it's what I've used all winter.
Okay.
This stuff frays a little bit, but this stuff holds and is cheap and it works really well. But I find that if this stuff gets a little bit wet, it's still kind of valuable.
Okay, cool. All right, so what are you showing me here?
Just some lynx tracks here. We have a surplus of lynx because the last couple of years we've had a ton of rabbits, so the kits, the young lynx have been really successful with eating. So just every trail is just covered in lynx tracks. So hopefully we have one in a snare.
Very cool. Okay, where are we at now?
We're just pulling down a lynx pen here. It's the end of the season. We're getting close to the end of the season, so I'm just pulling some snares. And there was no bait in the set, and there's a bunch of lynx tracks through here. So if there was bait in it, I assume I would have caught one. So the bait goes in the center, and then the lynx are pretty lazy, so they go in the easiest way to get to the bait. And the only way is through the snare. And what happens is he pulls back with his head going through there, and then he chokes himself out within a couple seconds. It's actually pretty impressive to see how amazing these are at killing them right away, because there'll be no disturbance in the snow, and their blood vessels just cut off circulation right away with those. And I'll just leave it like that until next season. Leaving it out in the elements really gets rid of the scent from the metal.
Cool. Okay, what do we got going on now?
We have a lynx in a snare pen. Looks like he has his hind foot in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put him out.
That's that.
One shot in the lungs usually does it.
Wow, that looks like a nice kitty, eh?
Yeah,
Cool.
young cat. Tiny one. That's the first catch I've ever had on a foot. I think what happened is he actually made it into the pen and then he was backing up into the snare. I don't know how the heck that would happen. Thankfully, it looks like it was super fresh. It wasn't in there too long. I need my wire cutters. There we are. Small cat.
So you're just telling me that it's kind of weird to catch it with the rear leg like that?
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Usually what I think happened, he made it into the pen somehow, and I think he backed up into it, but this is the very first one I've ever caught that's not on the neck. Usually it's just right on the neck and it's lights out right away. But thankfully he wasn't in there too long.
Very good.
And this is their white spotted bellies. Cool, eh?
Cool, cool. Is there a special strategy for tying him up like that?
This is just so he doesn't slide around too much. Because I'm doing a shorter line, if I'm checking my longer line, I'll line the bottom so the toboggan doesn't damage frozen fur. What's important is that the ears don't smash and the paws don't smash. And these have incredibly sharp claws and they'll just damage each other's fur. But with a short line like this, I just keep them from sliding too much. And that should be fine.
Okay, what do you got here now?
It looks like a lynx ate another lynx. So this is all that's left is his ear. Lynx usually they'll walk in families and they can't resist eating each other. They love eating lynx meat, and lynx meat is what I use to bait them. And it looks like this one was snared here and the whole family just tore him up, and then the rest was just eaten by foxes. But you can see where he was caught, died, and then tore him up.
Wow.
Which is okay, they gotta eat, there'll be more for next year. But crazy world up here, they just love eating each other.
Okay, what do you got now?
So, back there was a bunch of blood, and I think the lynx family went this way, and on their way they lost another one of their family. This one was caught, they ate him, and then a fox is on the other side of the pen. But they just go crazy for eating lynx. This is all I have for bait. One of the lynx hindquarter. And they can't resist eating each other if they're in a family.
Did they eat the fox too?
Looks like the fox was left alone. I think that one was caught afterwards. But that's too bad.
Is that's a cross fox there?
Yeah, it's a cross fox.
Interesting.
First
Okay, I'm recording.
lynx here. Yeah, usually every year I'll have 4 lynx eaten, but I've been lucky enough that these are the first ones that were ate. But if there's a family rolling through, they'll eat each other. At least I can get a pelt out of this one. It's like a nice cross fox.
In this area, is cross fox more popular than red fox?
I'd say it's about 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah. I catch about equal amount of reds and cross foxes. But this one was caught probably this morning. He's still malleable.
Very cool.
So this is our 4th set, and so far every set has had something. Looks like we have a intact lynx. All right.
Now, is that a small classified?
This one is, he's an adult, but he's a small adult for sure.
Okay. And what do people use the lynx fur for?
A lot of it goes to Europe, I'm pretty sure. It goes to Sweden and Finland, and it's mostly garment. But some people, I usually do all mine for taxidermy.
Okay.
And then just to hopefully bump up the price a little bit. Yeah, this is a bigger one for sure.
Wow, nice big cat.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good.
It looks like that rope won't catch as much hair either, hey?
Yeah.
When you loop it around like that? See folks, he's got it kind of like suspended on a spider web so all the fur isn't touching each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that it can bounce a little bit, but it's not smacking the bottom or any other critters.
Wicked. What you got here?
Got ourselves another fox. This spot is crazy for foxes. I'll catch 5 or 6 foxes a year in this one. And last year I caught 2 lynx at the same time in this pen, and this year I caught 2 lynx at the same time in this pen as well. Along with 5 or 6 other foxes in this one.
Just traveling the road eating roadkill or something?
Yeah, this is right next to the highway, so they must be eating sandwiches and stuff.
Oh, maybe a red one this time?
This is another cross.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, you went into the snare, there was no bait, and there was no snare on this side. Another nice cross.
Very cool.
I call these jerry cans because I get about a jerry can's worth of money out of it.
Okay, what do we got going on?
Looks like we got another cat. Previous time I was here, there was a cat in the front, so I covered that side and I left the snare in the back. Looks like there's another cat, and it's a big one.
Oh wow.
They love to walk on trails and following trails, so I'll walk a trail in the bush a little bit and they'll just follow it.
Why is there so many cats?
Just the surplus in rabbits. All the forest fires and the regrowth of vegetation surplus the rabbit population, and then with that came the lynx. This is a big one. He's heavy. This is probably the heaviest lynx I've gotten this year. Like
wow.
That's probably about 40 pounds, 35 pounds.
No way. So can you tell if it's a male or a female?
This one will be a male just because of the size. Wow, he's heavy.
Wow, that's a big guy.
Yeah, that's insane. You can see their teeth for catching rabbits.
Yeah.
They're very effective, and their claws are just as long as their teeth, and they can retract them to really chase rabbits.
Amazing.
Wow, this is big. Setting off a Wolverine trap here. There we go.
What kind of trap is that?
It's a 330 Belial. It's a quick kill trap, so as soon as they hit the trigger, what this is targeting is a wolverine, and then the bars break its neck or crack its head almost instantly. Well, instantly actually, but.
What would happen if you got your arm caught in there?
It wouldn't be fun, but what I'd have to do is my hand would be stuck, or both hands would be stuck, and I'd have to find a way to compress these springs. I'd have to get it on the ground and try and compress both at the same time with my feet. But even just doing it by hand, I can, but there's a lot of force that needs to happen for me to compress them.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, these are deadly.
Okay, what are we doing now?
Just having a little snack break.
What's for snack?
I got a caribou dry meat. Some caribou that I harvested, and then I just dry it.
Do you smoke it, or?
In the fall I'll smoke it, but in the wintertime I'll just leave it out to dry.
Okay, and do you do full dry or half dry?
I'll do a bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll freeze some dried. Sometimes I'll make some pieces thicker, some pieces thinner, but this is about the size I like.
And do you need salt when you do that?
Once in a while I will salt it, but
okay.
This one isn't salted.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And do you dip it in butter or lard? Or?
Butter and avocado is probably one of our family's favorites for sure.
Avocado?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we're done our tour, and I got some really good footage of the Yukon Expedition sleds in action, and we also got a good haul of lynx and fox. Look at all those. I learned that lynx really like to eat lynx, so a few of them were kind of cannibalized. Got cross fox in there. We pulled some quick kill traps away, and yeah, so now we're gonna go in and warm up, and we're gonna learn something here about his company. So you trap in the winter, but what else do you guys do here?
So I own a tourism company called Narwhal Northern Adventures, where we do adventures, training, tours. In the summertime we'll do canoe tours and canoe training, as well as kayak training, first aid, wilderness survival, wilderness first aid, and that's our main focus here with Narwhal.
Okay, and you said you have a cabin for rent too?
Yep. Oh. We have a cabin here if we have some clients that need to stay for a short period.
Okay, well, very cool. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for taking me out.
Cool. And if you want to check out my YouTube channel, it's Wolverine Trapper, where I got more footage of the trap line.
Okay, right on. Well, thank you very much. Check out all this nice fur. Cased Wolverine, big long timber wolves. Those are marching up there. More wolves, Wolverine. Look at the length of those things. Look at these beautiful lynx, squirrel, polar bear. Very cool.